I think it's important because independent film is where all the sort of, unique and sort of ground-pushing stories and characters are it's where they live, And so people that work in the film industry, want to celebrate that and make sure that a torch is sort of shined on the sort of smaller films as well as the bigger ones. I've got my fingers crossed for Saoirse Ronan. She's a friend, and I saw her movie very recently and thought she was absolutely amazing. A real testament to just that you can make a very simple, very beautiful film without all the twists and turns that we're getting so used to these days. And it really just needs a great story with some great acting, and that's what she delivered, So I've got my fingers crossed for Saoirse, definitely. I just finished, it's a 6-part BBC drama directed by Stephen Polyakov. So we just finished doing that, which was hard work. I'd not done a sort of episodic thing before like that. So it was an amazing experience.
What was it like working with Stephen?
Brilliant. He's hard work and he really pushes you, and he's the master of his universe, which is very exciting. He knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly the world and the story that he's telling. So you really just kind of make sure you fit in and get him what he needs. I play a British officer. It's really about the dynamic between, it's set right after the war, where the British and the Americans and the Russians actually kind of gathered a lot of the brilliant minds of the sort of German regime. They're aeronautical engineers and they're scientists and they're military experts. And so it's really about the dynamic between a German aeronautical engineer and a British officer, and how it's called Close to the Enemy. So it's really about, a friendship that kind of develops between what should be two enemies.
Why do you think that particular portion of human history is one that we seem so compelled to constantly revisit and explore?
It's just such a huge part of all of our, backstory, really, And for me, actually, it was interesting to kind of look into, because I didn't know that much about that period of. I knew, of course, you learn about the Second World War, but I didn't know about this thing that happened where a lot of the British and the Americans and Russians, as I said, actually mollycoddled a lot of these Germans to extract their information, which is something I didn't know about.